Hey guys, it's Drew again. We all have different projects that we come up with over the years as we collect and our experience and our collections grow. Well, today I want to talk about one of the projects that I started working on a long time ago and I ended up quitting on it, but I think I'm okay with that. So let's check it out. So as we collect and you get into stuff, especially into the vintage world, and a lot of us, we sort of graduate into that as we get older and we would discover things and learn and just love the history of the game and the way cards are or memorabilia, autographs, or whatever it is we're into. And one of the hard things is to find a focus. And so what we do is we kind of gravitate towards stuff, whether it's a team collector or a set collector or a certain type of card or a certain type of thing. And I'm no different to that. I've gone through different phases of my collecting career to be able to come up with different ideas. And I want to talk about a project that I came up with at one point that I ended up giving up on because I just thought, I don't know, was it bad taste or good taste? And after I show it to you, you tell me what you think. Should I have finished it? Or did I end where I should have? So let's give a little background. There was a while, I don't know, about 2012, I started really getting into TTM or through the mail. And I was sending out cards to different players and getting them to sign them and come back. And it was a lot of fun. It was a ton of fun. I've done a few videos on the past on some of the different experiences I have. And this is one of those experiences that I'd like to share today. So what I was doing was I was trying to find at first any cards I had of players that were still alive and that would sign through the mail, and so I was sending to people, and I was learning about these people, not the big superstars, and not always the Hall of Famers, but the little nuances and the little things that players did, whether they had a short career or a longer career, mediocre, or they were a great, or just a flash in the pan, or whatever their career had. I wanted to have a connection with them by sending them a card, having them sign it, and I wrote letters, and they wrote back, and it was really kind of neat. Well, one of the first person I sent to was the great Dick Groat, and I've actually shared last year some of the Dick Groat items I had signed through the mail when he passed away, and I did a little tribute to him. But Dick Groat, if you don't know, played mainly for the Pirates, and one of his things was he was the MVP, National League MVP in 1960, and that's also the year that the Pirates won the World Series. And I think you guys pretty much know that. You know, it was the year they Bill Mazeroski's home run to win the Game 7, and the first time it was a walk-off home run in history to win a World Series. It's only happened one other time with Joe Carter and the Blue Jays. But anyway, I sent to Dick Groat, and I thought, you know what, I just want a signature of his. So I sent this 1954. This is the first thing I sent. This 1954 Dick Groat to him, and he signed it beautifully, and sent it back. And that's all I requested. I didn't request anything else. Well, as I continued on, I started to send to other players, and in 1960, while Dick Groat was the MVP of the National League, at that point in time there was only one Cy Young Award winner every year for the entire major leagues. They didn't split it up until a few years later. So the 1960 Cy Young Award winner was teammate Vern Law. Vern Law from the Pittsburgh Pirates. And so I sent to Vern Law, and he had a great signature, and he signed it Cy Young 1960. And this is a great card. I love this. I kind of like the pink on it. It's a little different. It's more subtle than, say, the pink of the Bob Gibson rookie card in 1959, and just a great picture of the uniform, those classic Pirates uniforms. I like this card, and I like this set, and it was a beautiful signature, and I really appreciate Mr. Law doing that for me. But it's kind of interesting. It's one of the only years that the MVP and Cy Young Award winner were on the World Series championship team. But as you baseball guys know, in 1960 is the only year where the World Series MVP came from the losing team. And you guys are probably already thinking before you know, but that was Bobby Richardson, second baseman for the New York Yankees, actually won the World Series MVP even though they lost the World Series. But I did send to Bobby Richardson this beautiful 1958 card, and this is one of my favorite through the mail cards, because this card is just, it's really pretty. It's actually nicer than a lot of the cards in my collection, but it's a great card of Richardson. And while I am not a Yankee fan at all, I highly respect Richardson as a person for his history, for his testimony, and for who he is, and just for what he did off the field as well. And if you don't know much more about Richardson, I encourage you to look him up and kind of see what he's all about. But in 1960, he won the World Series MVP for the losing team. And it's kind of interesting. So I thought, you know what? I had these three cards. I had the Cy Young Award winner, I had the World Series MVP winner, and I had the National League MVP winner. I thought I'm going to do a project that would be kind of cool. So what I did was I took a baseball, and the first thing I did was I sent it to Dick Groat, and I said, and I paid a fee, and I said, Mr. Groat, would you sign this, your name, 1960 World NL MVP, and then World Champions, and he did. And so I'll show you the ball, and you could see right there where he signed it on the sweet spot and signed just exactly the way I asked. Then I took the same baseball and I sent it to Vern Law, and I said I want him to sign his name, 1960 World Series champ and Cy Young Award winner, and he did. So this ball has both Vern Law and Dick Groat. And then what I was going to do is I was going to take this same ball and I was going to send it to Bobby Richardson, because I thought it would be cool if I can kind of do the trifecta and have him add to this top panel the 1960 World Series MVP. And then when I got the two back, I thought, you know what? I don't know if that's in good taste. I mean, yes, he won the World Series MVP. Yes, he did win another World Series, but was it a bitter taste for him that they lost that game? He was on the field when Mazeroski's home run sailed over Yogi Berra's head over the wall in left field. Was that a bad memory for him? I don't know. And, while we look at baseball players as heroes and all that stuff, they're people, and they have good memories and bad memories. And honestly, all the years that had passed, he's probably okay with it. It's just part of history. But I thought, was it in bad taste? So I chose not to. I chose not to send this ball to Bobby Richardson. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I think this is a really cool, unique autograph project that I did, and I really enjoy it. It's I have a small case of some autographed baseballs, and I really like this one because it's not high value, but it's pretty unique. And I thought maybe not send it to Richardson, so I never did. So what do you think? Should I have sent it to him? Not? Would you have? I don't know. I'm kind of okay with it. I do have Richardson in this beautiful 1958, and I still have the three, and they're actually pretty close together within the book that I keep all my autographs in. But this is the story that I had, and I just thought I'd share that with you today. So let me know what you think. Should I have sent it? Did I make the right choice by not sending it? Anyway, I appreciate you guys' time, just like always, and until next time, you guys be good.